Let's say SHTF. Your city is in chaos from riots, and your country is collapsing under a total systemic breakdown. It's day 5 of bugging out. You're dragging yourself through rough terrain toward that $150,000 rural dream. And you're already out of food, because you miscalculated calories like an amateur you are. By some miracle, you catch a rabbit. It was so slow that even you, wheezing after a 20-meter sprint, managed to grab the poor thing. Now you're skinning it for dinner. The liver is swollen, discolored, and smells like death. Do you A. keep going, you're starving. B. stop immediately and burn everything you touched. C. have no idea what I'm talking about. If you answered C, congratulations. You just gave yourself tularemia, rabbit fever. You'll be dead in a week, and your expensive gear dies with you. That's one skill you're missing. You need 50 more. Welcome to Part 2. Reasons why you'll never be a prepper. First 3 we covered in Part 1. Link in the description. Let's count the rest.
Reason 4. The skills. Here's what you actually need to master for genuine self-sufficiency. Medical skills. Diagnose infections, set bones, suture wounds, manage shock, deliver babies, extract teeth, compound medications, etc. That's 2-4 years of focused medical training. You watched a 20-minute first aid video, how to stitch a wound. Excellent. Now try doing it in the dark, with freezing hands, on your own child, while someone is kicking in your front door. Actually, scratch that. Let's make it easier on you. You slipped on wet rocks crossing a stream, gashed your calf open on a sharp branch. It's deep. You can see muscle tissue. Blood is pooling in your boot. You've got a first aid kit. You've got YouTube knowledge. You've got about 20 minutes before shock sets in and your decision-making turns to mush. Can you clean the wound properly without contaminating it further? Can you identify if you've hit an artery versus a vein by blood flow pattern? Can you suture deep tissue layers separately from surface skin? Can you recognize the early signs of infection tomorrow when the wound gets hot and red? Or are you just gonna slap a bandage on it, pop some expired ibuprofen, and hope for the best? Your 12-year-old with a Boy Scout badge knows more wilderness first aid than you do right now. Well, you make it to your shelter. You didn't die from sepsis on the way. Perfect. You have seeds and are planning to grow food. But what do you actually know about agriculture? Soil composition, pH testing, companion planting, pest management without chemicals, seed saving, crop rotation, water management, seasonal timing, composting, greenhouse construction. Growing a smelly green plant in your basement doesn't make you a farmer. It only sativates you. Are you ready to shove your arms elbow deep into a pile of manure just to check if it's hot enough for compost? And what about raising chickens and rabbits? Because you're not dragging a cow to your shelter. Small livestock is easier to find in rural areas. But there's one problem. You're not ready for the scent of rabbit fever. If you've never seen it before, when you skin that rabbit and a sickly sweet, nauseating stench of a rotting liver hits your face, you won't even realize your food is a biological weapon. One nick on your finger, one microscopic drop of that infected lymph hitting your bloodstream, and you're a corpse in a week because the antibiotics in your kit expired 2 years ago. But I'm pretty sure you hear this for the first time. But that's just one small trouble in a farmer's daily routine.
Now let's move on. Engineering? Try building a waste management system that won't turn your camp into a cholera pit within 48 hours. You assembled IKEA with a prayer and had screws left over. Now build a structure where a single load-bearing miscalculation won't crush your skull in your sleep. Security? That range trip twice a year? It means nothing. Tactics is the ability to not shoot your own foot when adrenaline turns your hands to jelly and someone around the corner actually wants your food. But even if you studied all of this, you still can't practice field surgery on your kitchen table. To achieve competency, you'd need to quit your job and train full-time for a decade, which is impossible. So you compromise. You learn a little about everything and master nothing. And when the stakes are fatal, good enough is just a slower way to fail. Reason 5, the identity crisis. So what is the choice? If you truly believe collapse is inevitable, why are you still working that job, paying that mortgage, participating in a doomed system? These are opposing worldviews. You can't fully commit to both. Your six-figure tech job is financing that rural bug-out property 3 hours away. You're a slave financing a dream of freedom you'll never have the guts to start. True prepping isn't a hobby. It's a full-time occupation that pays a negative salary. It requires you to abandon everything that makes modern life worth living. Comfort, connection, and conventional success for a maybe. And here's the thing, really nobody talks about. The real off-grid preppers, the ones actually living it full-time, barely pull 5,000 views on YouTube. Meanwhile, the tactical gear reviewers pulling in 500K views are filming from their suburban garage. The real preppers are too busy living it to monetize it. The other ones are too profitable to quit. Guess which one you're watching? Don't confuse buying stuff with being prepared. Don't confuse watching videos with having skills.
So, what is the choice? Path 1. Go all in. Quit the job. Buy the land. Build the systems. Train the skills. Accept isolation. Embrace anxiety. Become the actual 1%. You'll be poor, stressed, isolated, and possibly unstable, but you'll be genuinely prepared. Path 2. Stay honest. Keep your job, life, and sanity. Buy basic supplies. Learn useful skills. Maintain awareness. Ask yourself, are you preparing to survive a real collapse, or are you just buying permission to stop worrying? Because here's what we covered across both parts. 5 walls between you and actual preparedness. Most people hit the first wall and call it quits. The smart ones never start. They just live their lives, make reasonable preparations, and don't pretend to be something they're not. If you're still here, you're either furious or finally listening, so drop a comment. Subscribe if you want the truth without sponsor codes. Like if you're tired of the preppers cosplay.